Hi, Nigel here with the Drive Wire, and this is the 2021 C8 Corvette Convertible. As you can see, this one is a loaded 3LT, which includes the performance package, which adds almost $6,000 to the base price of this one, which starts at $77,000. Now there's a bunch of other bells and whistles and add-ons. I'll go into those later. The Z51 package includes the performance suspension, and this one has the magnetic ride control, which you can now piece out and option separately. It is on this car. It's $1,850 more. For an additional $1,500, there's a whole bunch of carbon fiber scattered around the cabin, Alcantara headliner, all that good stuff. And then here on the front, you've got these really nice 19-inch wheels, Michelin Pilot Sport 4S tires. On the back, because they're staggered 20 inches on the back, but really, really nice looking wheels. And then of course, because it's got the Z51 package, it gets these upgraded Brembo brakes. And if you want a different color, that'll cost you another $595. These are the yellow ones. I think you can get red. You might be able to get blue as well. So all that stuff takes the price of this particular test to almost $95,000. But finding a car that's this good, this fast, and this good looking for less than 100K is going to be really tough to find. It is in fact a performance bargain for a convertible. So in my opinion, I think it looks a lot nicer than the coupe. Roof up, roof down, I think it looks great. All these cool lines and creases, sort of like my shorts. So usually when you remove a roof, things can get sort of wobbly, much like the old Chrysler LeBaron convertible, a little bit jello. Chevy has done a great job in making this almost as stiff as the coupe, despite it having this convertible top, which stows away. And it rides stiff, it feels really solid when it's on the road. One thing that I did forget to mention was another additional cost on this one, these super sort of cool stripes. You can have them in yellow, you can have them in multiple different colors. It doesn't make it go any faster, but it really does look quite cool. But for $500, you take your choice. The other thing is the frunk. Now, previously on the 2020 model, there was some issues with owners accidentally hitting the button, which is a tap it twice button, to open up the frunk, and they were inadvertently opening the frunk when they didn't need it to be open. Now what Chevy has done is, obviously there's the little control under here that you can open it. There's one inside for the back one as well. But now you press the button once and then you hold and then it clicks open. That way, if the key happens to be in your pocket, you can't accidentally open it. And then there's some room in the front. There's a little net for whatever you need. And then there's some power in the front as well. I'm not sure exactly what the space size is, but between the back and the front, you've got about 12.6 cubic feet, which surprisingly is the same as a Subaru WRX that we just drove. This is the view that I like the least. I do like this right here. I like the words Corvette on the back, but I don't like the fussiness of some of the design back here. But at least you know that when you fly past somebody that's moving a lot slower than you, they're definitely going to know that it's a Corvette that just passed them. So the rear, cleverly, also has some space in the back. So let me just open this rear section. And there's probably twice as much space as there is in the front. Now, if you're a golfist and you like wasting 4 or 5 hours hitting a small white ball in the grass, then you can get your bag of sticks in here and go to and fro from your house to the golf course. Personally, I don't play golf, so for me, I'll just throw some stuff in. Now, the other cool part is, because it has the roof that stows under here, you no longer have to manually take off the top, store it in here, which robs you of all the space in the trunk. So the convertible is kind of a win-win. So access to the engine's a little bit tricky. You've sort of got to half open the top, and you see this swathe of black plastic here with some sort of little access points to check the dipstick, oil level, etc. And then you can fill the oil from this one here. But under here is Chevy's 6.2 liter V8 with 495 horsepower, an extra 5 when you order the Z51 package, and 470 foot-pounds. It is mated to, in my opinion, one of the best dual clutch transmissions and fastest dual clutch transmissions I've ever driven, and it's absolutely fantastic. All right, here we are on the inside, and it's not a bad place to be. This one has the GT2 seats. They have full power. They have lumbar support, really nice, comfortable seats. These bolsters on the side are adjustable, so you can get the perfect fit. I'm pretty slim, but I'm pretty well held in with them as they are right now. Obviously the steering wheel telescopes, moves up and down, so you can get a really, really good position in this particular car. Now there isn't a whole lot of storage space. This is your Wi-Fi or wireless charger for your phone. It just sort of fits in there. This is one of the many Bose speakers. It's a pretty good system. Here you've got a small little piece of storage. You can fit your phone in there pretty good so it doesn't rattle around while you're driving, and then a couple of cup holders right here with a little plate over here to cover it. So I'm showing you the interior with the top up because it's just a little bit too bright. Even though the sun's not out right now, it's a little bit too bright. There's too much glare on everything. And that brings me to the first item that I'm not too happy with, and that's this huge stack of buttons right here, which in the hardtop car was sort of annoying. It was really difficult without taking your eyes off the road to find out what is what. This is doubly annoying when you've got the roof down, you've got the sun shining in, you can't see whether these lights are lit up, if you want, you know, are you on 1, 2, or 3 of the cooled seats. So yeah, it's sort of, you gotta set that kind of stuff up, but sometimes you want more heat, more cool, depending on you know, where you are and what the weather might be. So it is a little bit frustrating to use this. I feel like for 2022 they might go ahead and change all that, but everything else is absolutely fantastic. The controls here in the center, you've got your P for park, obviously reverse, you pull up, you can click N for neutral. I haven't actually used that yet. And then you've got your auto D, pull that up. And then you have this M here, that's manual. You can use the pedal shifters on the wheel. Hidden behind this little wheel here, you can turn this wheel and select the different drive modes. We can go into track mode and you get a different view. Shows you what your tire pressures are doing, what your engine temperature, oil temperature is doing, etc., etc. You just get a miles per hour and a little graphic of a track. And then along the top you have your revs. You can see that right there. Turn the wheel the other way, you go into sport. That changes the graphics again, allow you to go ahead and configure your steering, suspension, engine shift, transmission, brake feel, engine sound, etc. And you can change that higher or lower depending on how you want the car to behave itself. Now the cool part is, this is what's called Z mode configuration, if you can see right here at the top. Once you program all of that stuff in, let's say you're just tootling around in tour mode, and you want to just go a little crazy, you hit Z mode and turn the wheel one more time and you go into tour mode. This is the most relaxing mode that you can be in. It's a pretty nice place to be. And I've got used to this squared off wheel as well. I know Tesla have gone full bore on their yoke style wheel, but this one's good. It's actually usable, unlike the Tesla one. All right, I got the roof off. I got my hat on. Let's take this thing for a ride, see how it does. You hear that crack in the exhaust there. Floor it all the way down to maximum RPM and you get that noise. That's a little noisy with the roof off, so hopefully you can hear me okay. I put the 2 windows up as well, otherwise it gets too much air in here. So what's it like to drive? Well, the steering is great. The brakes by wire, pretty good. Easy to modulate, they feel good, they've got good stopping power, as they should do with a car like this. Floor it, and the transmission, in my opinion, the best part of this car. Unbelievable. It changes gear, it finds you the exact power that you need, the right torque band. Turns in so well. So the steering goes where you point it. Nothing but a huge smile on my face though. This car is epically good. Composed, so poised. So I'm in sport mode right now. I do find that the accelerator, the gas pedal, you push it down sort of halfway and it's a fast car. But there's quite a long travel on the pedal. And you have to really mash your foot to the floor. So I have my seat maybe a little bit further forward than I normally would to extract all that additional power. It's very linear, but you've really got to mash your foot to the floor, and then you get the real speed. Wow. Wow. Some people don't like convertibles. I kind of like the roof off now and then. Today's cloudy, so it's not too bad. It gets a little hot here in Southern California. Usually during July, but it's been cooler. It's actually only 82 outside. One downside for convertibles is it doesn't matter whether you have the recirc on, the nasty smells from the car in front, in this case a older Honda Civic. And let me put the recirc on real quick, so assuming I can find it, there it is. Maybe that will help me out, but yeah, it's a little stinky. Downside of having the roof off. Of course, the best part is you can pass almost anyone, almost any time in this car. Now this one, in order to save fuel and be more efficient, will drop into a 4-cylinder mode. You don't feel it. You can see on the dash there's a little green thing that says V4. I'm in it right now. Not anymore. Straight into V8. Absolutely seamless the way it turns on those additional 4 cylinders. So yeah, we just shot past that guy without any problem at all, and the air is so much fresher on the other side of his car. I'm going to pull over here and then we'll do a quick takeoff from standing. Hopefully there's plenty of grip in this little side. All right, so here we go. We're going to just floor it. Wow, wow. Actually hooked up really well. I had the traction control on, of course, otherwise it would have spun its wheels, but I didn't feel the traction control kicking in or trying to nanny things around. It just launched. Oh, it's actually raining. Bizarre. Uh-oh, it's raining. That never happens in Southern California in July. You may have to put the top up sooner rather than later. Now I got a feeling that when you put the roof up, the windows drop, which will mean that the camera is gonna get, well, it's not gonna work, so I'll have to take the camera off. Yeah, it's getting a little wet here. So let me pull over. It's the middle of July. How is this happening? How is this happening? It's unheard of. We're going to pull over and we're going to put the roof on. Normal service will be resumed any second now. We'll now continue in the rain. So the good news is the windshield wipers work great. The bad news is I'm gonna have to tread a little carefully because it's very light rain and I don't think the road's getting particularly wet, so I'll just pretend that I'm in England right now. driving a Corvette C8 convertible. So what's the verdict on this car? It is unbelievably good. Even the convertible, loaded, like this one is 95. I don't know what else you would get. Yeah, maybe a Porsche is a little bit more sublime, and 911 is going to cost you more money. There are a few rattles and things, but to all intents and purposes, it's a great car. And I was someone who would have not contemplated buying a Corvette before this new mid-engine one came out. This one is utterly fantastic, either coupe or convertible. You choose, you are not gonna go wrong. So thanks everyone for watching. Please like, subscribe, make some comments, and we will be back next time with another video. Out.